Hello and welcome to another Canvas demo. For this demo, we are proud to introduce significant improvements to the Canvas reporting capabilities. We've added a new menu option at the top of the Canvas window that allows you to generate a report. We currently have two types of reports available, a Canvas report and a Client D report, which adds additional details relevant to Client D sessions. You can specify a pickle file, which is what we call the file format where we store all of the session data that Canvas collects. You can also specify an output directory and file name, although those will all be set for you automatically. So I'm going to go ahead and generate a Client D report based on data I've already collected for the purposes of this demo. You can see the report is generated here. So I'm going to go ahead and exit out of Canvas and open up the report in OpenOffice, or in this case LibreOffice, which is another version of OpenOffice. We decided to go with OpenOffice for our report format. We feel that this gives our users the best flexibility for editing reports. This is a full OpenOffice document that we've generated, so any aspect of it, any part of it can be edited. I can change the header image, I can change the cover page completely. So we can see the report here. This is just the default Client D report. Goes down into a table of contents and then follows with a project summary where we can see the number of Client D sessions that there were, the number of clients that connected, and the number of those clients that were exploited. We can see which of the exploits that were tried were successful and how many times. We can see each of the clients that connected. If the GeoIP library is installed for Canvas, you will see the country associated with the IP displayed here. We then follow with the active exploits for the Client D session. These are the exploits that are selected for Client D to be active, along with CV numbers and descriptions. You can see in this case we ran Flash, APSB, Java Atomic Reference Array, and MS-12004. We then follow with a timeline chart. This gives you an overview of the actual attacks that took place. In this case, there were two attacks at 9:36, two at 9:37, and two at 9:38. And then at 9:37 and 9:38, we had two successful attacks. This chart gets much more interesting the more attacks that you have, and can be very useful to get a general overview of the full session. We then follow with an attack distribution, just showing how often a specific module, a specific exploit was used. In this case, you can see half the time we were using JS Recon. And then there were two attempts with Flash APSB. We then go over of the successful attacks, the distribution of those. And then we follow into the details of the successful attacks. So here we give you the IP, the user agent of the client that connected. If the spammer was enabled for Client D, you'll get the email address that was spammed to this client, as well as the time of the attack. And then we follow on into the details of unsuccessful attacks as well, the same details, and this way you get every attempt that was made. And then we go into the details of the individual clients. We give you their IP, again the country if GeoIP is installed, and the email if the spammer was enabled. And then we give you each of the user agents that connected from those IPs. So in this case, we also parse the user agent string, and we can give you the browser, the operating system, in this case Firefox and Internet Explorer on Windows 7. And then we also list the plugins for each of those browsers that were detected. And then we see the same here for the second client and the two browsers that were connected there. Moving on in the report, we have a few more charts here in Appendix A. Here we have the browser distribution of the clients that connected. We can see we have 1 Chrome, 2 Firefox, and 2 Internet Explorers. And then we have a distribution of the specific version numbers of each of those clients. We then do the same for the operating system distribution. We had 2 Windows 7 connections and 2 Windows XP. Then we, in Appendix B, go into the details of all of the plugins that were found across all clients. This allows you to get a nice overview of what's popular against your target base, and gives you a good idea of what might be worth targeting. And then finally we go into the exploit descriptions. These are the descriptions that are available from the Canvas user interface for the CVE when the exploit was public, and all the other details that are available. And we do that for each of the relevant exploits that were enabled. And then we finish up with some charts that are specific to immunity consulting gigs, severity level reference, and some descriptions of immunity and Canvas. Again, this is all completely editable, so that you can change it specific to your needs. And furthermore, you don't actually have to generate the report first and then edit it. It's relatively simple to edit the template upon which the report is generated, which we can take a look at now. It's available in resources. It's just the report template. This is the report template for the Canvas report. We can actually take a look at the one for Client D by going into Client D itself and take a look at the report template here. And there it is. What this allows you to do is edit the template, fill in all your own company's details right in the template, and when the report is generated, it will use your template and the changes that you've made. And this is an OpenOffice document, just like the report that is generated, so it's easy to edit and format any way you like visually. We just add in a few variables into the template, and these are used by the Genshi templating library for Python, which is able to parse the OpenOffice XML documents and fill in the values that we add in here. We have some special fields that let you write in directly Python code, and then that code will be executed by Genshi, and then the appropriate values will be filled in. And all of this data comes from the reporting pickles that Canvas generates with session data. So in that way, you have a very simple interface to edit and create templates for your own reports, and simply make sure that Canvas knows about your template, generate the report, and it will use your template, and out the other end will come a report formatted to your needs. We know that Canvas has not had the best reporting for quite some time now, so we've made this effort to improve it, and we hope that everybody finds it to be as useful as we will. Thank you very much.